Right, this is take number, I don't know, probably about take number 50. Just a quick introduction. I'm Paul from Surrey Carp Particles. I've been asked by some of my customers to do some vlogs. Not something that I've ever done before, not something I'm used to doing. So I don't really know what to talk about, to be honest. So I think what I'm just going to do is just talk. What people have been asking is what I do, how I go about my fishing, how I bait, pre-bait, what bait and rigs I use at different times of the year. So firstly, don't expect all professional and polished videos, because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with technology. I'm just going to try my best and see where it goes. I hope this is recording. Yeah, we're recording. Cool. That's why I'm on about take 15, because nothing's worked properly. So don't expect polished and professional. You're not going to get that. You're going to get very amateur, very sort of hashed together. There goes my landing net. So I'm just gonna put stuff together. If you got any questions, then fire them over. Obviously, if you want to buy any bait or you want advice on bait, then just fire a question over and I'll sort it out. Any criticism, any comments, chuck them over. I've got to learn this stuff. So I'm just going to roll with it. So I'm at I'm going to call it my number 2 syndicate. Done really well recently. I've always done quite well on here anyway. So this is 12 acres. There's about 40 carp in 12 acres. Beautiful little lake, very natural. It's a gravel pit, very shallow. The bottom's like an egg box. It's all over the place. Most of my fish on here have been over particle, obviously, being a particle company. Recently, certainly the last 18 months, most of them have been over a small scattering of bait. So a couple of scoops of hemp, garlic hemp, buckwheat, tiger nut slush, chopped tigers, chopped caramel peanut, big favourite of mine over here. This week I've decided to do, and last couple of weeks I've decided to do something that we used to do before, which was maples. So sweet sticky maples, which we cook in salt and sugar, leave them for a couple of days, let them ferment, and then we bag them and freeze them, so they get to you in good condition. And with that, just some hemp, I think a little bit of crushed tiger that I had left over, but mostly hemp, buckwheat, jumbo hemp, whatever I've got, I'll throw in the mix. So they're all on little spots, a couple of scoops around each bait. I've waded out 2 of the rods. A lot of this lake you can wade out and drop the rig by hand. That's what I've done. 2 of them I've had to put out on boat, only because I can't wade all the way over that side, over there. And it's quite a long way out, and I can't wade out to drop the rigs. I've got to drop them by boat. So rigs are really simple. I'll do another little clip with a rig and how to tie it, if you want to, just in case you don't know how to do this stuff. Most of you probably will, but for those of you that have asked, I will show you how I tie one of my rigs up. I don't use a huge amount. I've probably got 5 or 6 different rigs that I use in total. But most part, if I'm dropping from a boat or a scoop, like a baiting pole, or I'm wading dropping by hand, the particular rig I use, which has been really effective. Crap casting rig, but you can put it in a PVA bag. So yeah, so 12 acres, 40 carp. I had one last week. I had 2 last week. I had one of about £30 last week, but I didn't bother weighing it. Only because digital scales, and I hate digital scales. So I've gone back to Rubens, which I've left at home, along with my waterproofs. and my spare socks, which is why I'm sitting here with wet feet. So I'm not a polished professional, as you can gather, and I do make stupid mistakes like most of us do. We all forget stuff. So I've got 4 rods out, all on different spots. Last week I had a low 30, a really nice mirror actually, and a double, probably 18 pounds. That was on tiger nuts with some maples, the sweet sticky maples, and the hemp and buckwheat. The week before I had 2, I had a 30 or 31 and another mid-double. One of those was on a pop-up, one of our skunk and garlic pop-ups, which I've got here. These are the skunk and garlics. I don't know if you can see that, probably not bad lighting. It's been a bit of a funny day today. It's been quite hard work. I've got a mate down for a guest session, and it's been quite hard work getting everything sorted. So these are the skunk and garlic pop-ups. These are made with skunk oil made by Jeff at ABS, Active Bait Solutions. He makes them to our recipe, and then we add our own black garlic extract when we get them. So I had 1 on those, 1 on a tiger nut, no, 2 on tiger nuts, tiger nut hook bait. The coffee and maple, which is with Ben, he's nicked them. Coffee and maple flavoured tiger nuts, which are probably my favourite, other than maggots for stalking. I think the coffee and maple tigers are the best bait I've ever used. I've caught so many fish on them over the last couple of years since I came up with the idea. He's nicked those, so I need to go and get them back. And I had one on I lost an upper 30 linear, annoyingly, right in the margins, and that was on 4 maple peas tied onto the same rig that I used. So I'll show you how to tie it, and I will tie. I don't know whether I can do it now because of the light, but what I'll do is I'll sit down and tie these rigs up and show you different presentations on the rigs, from tiger nuts, how I balance them, and the maples, how I tie those, because maples are very underused bait. I think a lot of people are scared of using it because of the tension in the brain, but if you can work a way around those, which I sort of have, maples are an incredible bait to use, and especially alongside something like garlic hemp. So I'll sort out when the light's better. I'll tie a rig up and show you how to use it. Ben's set up on the same sort of system, same rig, just put him on different spots. It's quite windy over here, which is good because the wind's blowing this way and it's where I want to be. So yeah, so hopefully we'll have an update. Bite time on here can be generally about now, really, till quite all night, and then in the morning it switches off. You don't really get a lot of takes early morning, but hopefully we'll have something to show you. So it's enough of me waffling. What I'm going to do is the next clip that I put on, will either be fishing or taking pictures, hopefully, touch wood, or it'll be me blanking and talking about my broken wheelbarrow, and or doing the rig. So hopefully I haven't bored you too much. Any questions you want, anything answered, you want me to show you any particular rig or bait, or talk about particular baits, spod mixes or anything like that, little tweaks that we make to our baits, then by all means send us a message on WhatsApp. surreycarpparticles.uk.co.uk is my other business. surreycarpparticles.co.uk is our website. You can always send me an email, send me a WhatsApp, and I'll answer any questions I can. In the meantime, I'll see you later, and hopefully we'll see you later with a decent carp in the net.